Good morning, everyone. How you doing this morning? Happy Easter. Why don't you stand up right where you are? Now, don't go all the way across the room because that'll take us 20 minutes. But turn to your neighbor, give him a handshake, tell him you're glad to see him, give him a happy Easter. Come back to your seats. I want you to know, Easter reminds us of this deep and beautiful truth that in the end, everything's going to be okay. It's all going to be all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end, right? It's not the end. Today is not about, it's not about one man rising from the dead. It's about all of us. Easter is a bold announcement of hope and belonging and transformation. It is not a solo miracle. It is a promise that life is not ending. It's not ending. It's merely a change. That's all it is. And we are all being raised. So this Easter, I hope that you will find renewed purpose and shared joy in the assurance that we are all moving forward together to something good. Christ is risen, and so are we, and so are you, and so are you, and so are you. Say amen. Amen. All right, let's get this on. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 That is who
Good morning, everyone, and happy Easter. We're glad that you're here, glad to feel all the beautiful energy in this room here, and we're got to feel it across those interwaves of the space that's out there for those who are joining us via Facebook or YouTube Live. We welcome you too. You know, I just came back from a really intensive workshop, and I witnessed miracles happening. And miracles, I'm discovering, are just things that are beyond our awareness, beyond our knowledge. They're no different from everyday life, except when we can step into them, when we can believe them, when we can know that there is infinite power out there. There is infinite power within us. And I hope today you leave this room knowing, feeling that sense of resurrection of what's possible. Jesus said, all things are possible to those who believe. So today is a day that we're reminded we need to believe. We need to believe in the unexpected. We need to believe that we can transform our lives. We have that power within us. I'm really grateful to be in a community where we get to practice that together, where we get to support each other, encourage each other, remind each other of what is possible. And if you're joining us for the first time, we're glad you're here. We hope that what you experienced today resonates with you, opens your heart, wakes you up to what's possible in your life. If you are willing, we'd love to connect with you and keep you aware of the many different activities that we offer here, ways that you can engage and practice beyond these Sunday services. There's a Connect card that you'll find in front of you if you're here in person, or you can go to centerofunity.org/connect, and we'll only once a week at most will we share with you things that are happening here, and we're grateful to know that we're in the right place at the right time, doing the right work. We are here. Our purpose is to evolve ourselves, to evolve who we are as a community, and to, in turn, take that out into the world and make a positive difference. So join with me as we once again put the power of our voice behind our purpose statement. Let's say it together. Transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. And we're going to continue to get that energy moving and sing again.
Yeah, so this next song, it's talks about, I've shared it before, it's one of the parables that Jesus gave. Sorry, I get kind of verklempt sometimes. It's a parable that Jesus gave. And he talked about the shepherd who had all the sheep. He had all the sheep, but one was missing. And so what did he do? He left. He left those 99, and he went looking for the one. He went looking for the one. And when he found him, he ran after him. He ran after the one. And that's this whole Easter story. That's what we're doing here today. It's about God coming down and making his place here in humanity among us. He is here to be a part of us. And this story is so cool about his reckless, reckless love. Let's do the song together. light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. How it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't see it, still don't believe it, but you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God.
Wonderful. Good morning. I'm Norma, and this is Elaine. We're two of your care team, and we'll be available to pray with you after the service today. The word for today is new life. Easter calls me to new life.
Easter is the dawning of hope and promise of resurrection and new life. Today, I celebrate the victory of divine love, new life, and the resilience of my overcoming nature. Everything is made new through the dynamic power and glory of the Christ within me. I am freed from fear and limitation. I release them into the radiant light of the risen Christ. I am lifted up with the resurrection of Easter into a new awareness of life. My heart and soul are transformed by the living spiritual truth that nothing is impossible with God. My heart feels full as I embrace the power and the grace of this new life. The message of Easter blesses me today and throughout all seasons of renewal. I rise in the knowledge that life never ends as I celebrate the glory of Easter. Christ in me is risen.
And the scripture is from John 11:25. I am the resurrection and the life.
And as we have our healing prayer today, we just hold all of the prayer requests that we have in this ministry that have been submitted either in our boxes or online. And I also invite you to bring to mind those that you are holding in your own mind and heart, those people and places and situations, and even yourself that is seeking a greater healing, a greater awakening to the fullness of life. And we hold them in that realm of infinite possibilities. As we believe, as we change how we think and feel, as we have hope and faith in a new possibility, we step into that new reality. And as we hold that within, the law is that it must manifest in this three-dimensional reality. It is with anticipation, it is with celebration, it is with joy that we know that is already done as we await the demonstration in our lives and in our world. And we are grateful. Gratitude is the energy that brings miracles into being. And so we live in that space, giving thanks in advance. And so it is. Amen. No, I'm going to speak now. I'm speaking. I have to say, we are in the present moment right now, and this has been an opportunity for all of us to just say, we're just going to let it flow. We have not really practiced a whole bunch. I'm rewriting this morning, so just go with us. Just go with us. You know, on this Easter morning, millions of people are celebrating the resurrection of Jesus and the hope that it brings to the world with renewed belief that all things are possible. And as I was pondering what to share on this Easter of 2025, my thoughts were directed to looking at what happened after the resurrection. What did Jesus say and do? And I notice that some curious things happened in many places in the gospel. That Sunday morning, Mary and some other women were going to the tomb where they were preparing to take the body of Jesus and get that ready for burial. There was a ritual that was part of their custom. And when Mary gets there, she finds the tomb empty. And she runs to retrieve Peter, and they return to the tomb and look inside, only to find the linens. The body of Jesus was gone. As the others return to the place that they were hiding, Mary remains outside the tomb, despondent that somebody had stolen his body and the chance for a proper burial. As she looks up, she sees a groundskeeper.
Hey, why are you crying? And who are you looking for?
He's gone. He's gone, and if you took him, please tell me where he is. I need to care for him.
Oh, Mary.
Teacher!
In an instant, Mary recognizes him. Why didn't Mary recognize him until he spoke? She was intimately familiar with him. And interestingly enough, this was not the only time that those closest to Jesus at first did not recognize him or believe that he was with them. We're told later in John that the disciples were out fishing in the Sea of Galilee and catching nothing. And a stranger on the beach suggests that they throw their net over to the other side, which instantly fills with fish. And all at once, they recognized him as the master. And in Luke, another curious incident happens. Two men were walking in deep conversation on their way to Emmaus. And Jesus joins them and asks,
Hey, what are you two talking about so intently? Where'd you come from?
know what we're talking about. Yeah, what we're talking about. So, yeah, have you not really heard what's going on? I mean, like, are you like the only dude that doesn't know what's going on? Here, wait, let me show you. Go right here.
Right, Jesus, that prophet, spoke the word of God. Well, he was betrayed by one of his own, and they sentenced him to death, and then they crucified him.
They killed him. They straight up killed him. And you know what's worse than that? Some of our friends of ours, they're women, and they went down to the tomb, and they went over there, and they were going to, like, prepare his body for burial, you know, do the whole thing with it and that and the oil, and he was gone. He was gone. I mean, he just flat and wasn't there. And what they're saying here is that maybe somebody stole his body.
We really thought that Jesus was going to be the one to deliver Israel.
Yeah, like this was the guy, you know, that's going to take care of everything. And you know.
Jesus, who they still don't recognize, scolds them for losing their faith so quickly. And as they near the village, they beg that stranger to stay and have dinner with them. And when Jesus breaks the bread, all of a sudden, their eyes are opened. Why were they not able to recognize someone that they had been so close to, not believing what was right in front of them? Was he some kind of shapeshifter that all of a sudden he looked one way and then just in an instant he changed back to the way they remember him? What probably is more likely is their belief that he was dead had filtered the reality that kept them from perceiving that reality that was right in front of him. Science has discovered that our five senses, the things that inform us, that make us believe that this is the reality that we're living in, which are really formed by our beliefs, our thoughts, and our emotions of our subconscious mind primarily, filter out 99.9999% of the true reality of life. They've measured this now. And what we think is reality is actually a subjective and constructed lens of it. It's like taking a 1,000-mile road trip and only experiencing a few feet of that journey. So the question I want to invite you to explore, to ponder, to go within and question is, how are we blind to the divine showing up in our lives in unexpected ways? Where has it showed up and we couldn't see it? We couldn't engage with it? What beliefs do we have about our own reality that shape the way we see and experience our life? You know, meditation is a great tool. It helps us to shut down the input that's coming in from our outer five senses, that helps us to shut down the analytical mind, at least for a little while, and open us to a greater way of seeing and knowing and engaging with life. It opens up our inner sight. It opens us to a new awareness of this vast space and time that we live in. It allows us to see through the eyes of God, through the lens of love that includes the full spectrum of the light reality. So as we move into a time where we're going to bring our experience inward, where we're going to shift our attention, I just invite you, as you begin to be in that inner realm, to just simply ask the question and then deeply listen for the answer. Where are you missing seeing the divine in your life? Where have your thoughts and your beliefs and your emotions, especially those that bring you into fear, which shuts down our ability to see this greater reality? As we move into this time, we're going to use our voices to prepare us as we sing, "Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord," and the words will be up on the monitor for you.
My heart, Lord, open the eyes of my heart. that again. Open the eyes. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up and shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Let's go to holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Sing that again. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
And so now, as we close our eyes and just bring our attention inward, where we can see beyond this three-dimensional reality, where we can know a truth that is beyond what our senses might be able to discern, where we can see our lives and our world through this eyes of unconditional love, which is the very energy of creation of God that is in and through and constructs and holds all things together. This is the eternal truth. It is the energy that when we can allow ourselves to be in alignment with it, we too open this reality, this eternal truth into our awareness. So imagine, if you will, that thinking part of you, that analytical part of you in your head is now slowly sinking down until it gently comes to rest in the center of your chest, in that realm of the heart. Not just our physical beating heart, but the heart, the spiritual heart, the energetic heart that is eternal and connects us with that eternal life. This is the seat where we can see with new eyes, where we can hear with our inner ear, where we can intuit beyond what we know, where we can tap in to that realm where all things are possible. And in this sacred space, I just invite you to be open to the answers of where your old beliefs and thoughts and experiences and emotions have clouded your lens, where that sense of fear or unworthiness have been blinding you to the ultimate reality of God, of that divine essence, of that Christ that was implanted in you from your very first breath, that is your true essence and is your true journey to rediscover it in this life. So where is it that my eyes can be opened in a greater way on this Easter morning? And then just simply listen with an open heart and an open mind that is beyond those past experiences, and see what shows up. You might hear words, it might be a feeling, it might be an image, whatever is your divine way of connecting with it. Just allow it as we move for just a few moments in the silence so that we can truly be present with it. Take a deep breath with me and just allow whatever has unfolded in this brief moment to settle into your body, to illuminate your thoughts, to bring peace to your emotions, to know in a new way that you walk infused with all of the power that there is in the reality that you know, in the reality of the unknown. Take another breath. And as you let that go, just begin to bring your attention back to this time and space, aware once again of your body, of the sounds in the room, of the seat that's supporting you. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I want you to know that even if you didn't get some big aha in this moment, as you stay open to it, it will show up, oftentimes in very unexpected ways. Somebody's going to say something that's going to go, wow, that's it. Or you're going to read something, or you're going to get a call from an unexpected person, and it's just going to shake it up. So just know it, anticipate it. So this past week, up until yesterday at about 4 o'clock, which is one of the reasons why we're just in the present moment in the flow, because I wasn't even exactly sure what this morning was going to look like, I intended this intensive retreat that is focused on both teaching and experiencing a reality that is beyond this three-dimensional world and the limited experience that we can perceive it, that limits us when we only get information from our 5 senses. In one big ballroom, there were 2,000 people, if you can imagine, all working on this. They were from 64 countries, with more than half of the people under the age of 40, which really made my heart very happy. Wasn't just us old people in there, you know. And the most exciting part, that close to 40% of the people in there were men. Men opening their hearts, men discovering who they were beyond what they had been likely trained. Their analytical mind was the only way to engage in life. They were healing. We engaged in 35 hours of meditation in these 6 days, which was a record for me. And I even made it through the biggest challenge. I knew it was coming, 5 hours of solid meditation in one sitting. Yeah, Denise is like, yay! I wasn't certain, but I did it. And I discovered that, part of the value of being in this space and making a commitment is when I would, at home, after about an hour, and my back's hurting, and, maybe nothing magical is happening, I just get up. The mind would start going, oh, you got things to do, places to go. You can try this again tomorrow. But we made a commitment. That was the commitment you made when you walked in the door, that whatever meditation we were doing, whether it was an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours, you were going to sit there and do your best. And sometimes my best wasn't as good as others, but I sat there. We had 40 hours of teachings that were helping us to retrain the way we think and believe about this greater reality. And not just from a spiritual perspective, but from what we know in science, what we're discovering as we get more and more evolved in the way that we can perceive and engage with our world. Many people in those groups came to heal, and it was a wide variety of disease that they were experiencing, all types of cancer, ALS, Parkinson's, brain aneurysms, PTSD, emotional trauma, the gamut of the way people are suffering through life were showed there. And I witnessed miracles. People who were blind by the end of the week were able to see. Sound familiar? People that hadn't walked in years were able to get up and walk on their own volition. They maybe weren't running. It maybe was a little bit unstable, but they changed what they believed was possible. They changed the programming in their subconscious mind, and they were able to do it. And the most exciting part is the scientific research that's going on, because it helps our analytical minds believe what is possible. I think that's why it attracts so many men, because it's not just some woo-woo theory out there. It's not just some spiritual belief that we just have to hold on to and work with. They are measuring this through blood, like pre and post, through blood, through EKGs, through electromagnetic, thank you, that's the word, field, through the biodome, through, and they're really getting started now that we have such advances in computer, with voice patterns. How do voice patterns change from the beginning of the week to the end of that 7 days wherein they're immersed in this? How do their facial expressions change in that time? There's so much. It's more than I can share here, but it was interesting to me too, because it just solidified these core teachings of unity that I've been practicing for many years now, that our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs create our reality and experiences. And now we're being able to measure that in a scientific way. I just know, I had this vision of our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, who was very into science, but he died in the 1940s. They didn't even know exactly what an atom was. They were just figuring that out in his lifetime. He would have been so excited. He would have been the first one in the room and at the front, just going, I want to understand all of it. It was reported that Jesus appeared to many people after his resurrection, and he spent time preparing his apostles and those who had been following him in his teachings, what is known in Christianity today as the Great Commission. In Matthew, we're told that Jesus tells the apostles to go and make disciples of all nations. This was a radical new idea. Up until then, you didn't interact with anybody outside of your tribe. But he said, I want you to go to the poor, I want you to go to the sick, I want you to go with those who people, and you might have even been taught, are unclean. I want you to go to all of them and share the good news with them. The good news that love has the power to transform. The good news that just because you're having a certain experience of life right now, you don't have to stay there. You can be transformed if you believe. The power of forgiveness, of service, of humility, of prayer, and meditation. And as Jesus said, the greatest commandment of all, which is to love. To love God, to love yourself, and to love one another, even those that you consider to be unworthy of your love, or perhaps even your enemy. And that is our resurrection. Every moment that we choose to see ourselves and others through the light, through that broader spectrum of divine love, it has the power to transform and to heal not just our lives, but the world.
Gotta find my words. I can see, can't find my words. Body raging at my feet. I can walk. Let's just do this song one more time. We will start over. Stop. Just stop. Thank you. Thank you. I was just going to try to ad-lib the song, the whole thing through, but. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's do it again. I can see the waters raging at my feet. I can feel the breath of those surrounding me. I can hear the sound of people rising up. We will not be overtaken. We will not be overcome. I can walk down this dark and painful road. I can face every fear of the unknown. I can hear all God's children singing out. We will not be overtaken. We will not be overcome. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that command the dead to raise, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, he lives in us. We have hope that his promise is true, and in his strength there is nothing we can do. Yes, we know that there are greater things in store. We will not be overtaken. We will not be overcome. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to raise, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, he lives in us. victory, in victory. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to raise, lives in us. He lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when we speak, the same power that can calm a raging sea. It lives in us. It lives in us. He lives in us. He lives in us.
And I just want to give a shout out of thanks to all those who were part of this. You know, I've been out of pocket all week and like, we'll just figure it out. And poor Jeff is the other two musicians that were supposed to sing with him today couldn't be here. And, you know, nothing's impossible. Well, we just keep on going. That's all. That's all. And when he was singing that song, so one of the mantras of this past week that Dr. Joe reminded us of, it is the overcoming that is the becoming. It is when we can overcome that we can become. So it's a whole different, you know, when stuff shows up, then we just got to move through it. We've just got to be willing to say, I'm greater than whatever this is in front of me. And when we can do it, it is powerful. It is transformative. All right, I'm just, yeah, it is. Well, it is an opportunity now for you to share with your financial good with our ministry. In just a moment, the ushers are going to be passing the baskets today, and we just welcome whatever gift or love offering or tithe or however you choose to give to us. We are open to all the channels in which we receive our good. We live in that state of abundance, knowing that everything we need is going to show up and be provided for us. Yes, it will be. Thank you for those amens out there. There we go. Woo, we got some energy moving this morning, don't we? Yes, so in just a few moments, the basket will come by. If this isn't your Sunday to share, you can just simply bless it with your energy, or you can use one of the cards. So many people give electronically now, so we just want you to know and feel that energy, even though you may not see it physically going in the basket, that it is moving its way and finding its good use within our ministry. We take this and we bless it, and we know its power to make a difference in our world. So join with me as we speak our blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother God.
Hello, my name is June Brookshire, and I've been asked to give the story of my spiritual transformation. From childhood, I was raised Methodist, but I had strayed from that path, as do many young adults. Nothing wrong with the Methodist, though. I had been a member of other Unity churches before, and when I moved back to Texas in 1996, they were building this church, so I started attending here. I liked to sit in the back and not say very much, but the sermons were always inspiring, and the minister appeared to be speaking frequently to me about the challenges I faced. As time went on, I started to get to know some of the people better, and I joined in with a group of women who made up WOW. We had many experiences which helped me to solidify my identity as a woman and as a spiritual being. I enjoyed many of the activities at Unity and began to study and understand some of the basic principles in a deeper way. Jesus is not the exception, but rather the example. I am a spiritual being with a physical body, not the other way around. Things grow in mind after their kind. I especially liked the affirmations to help me see things in a positive way, exemplified by Louise Hay and Myrtle Fillmore. I began to use these affirmations in daily life. More importantly, I enjoyed and benefited from the meditations during the service and practiced meditation individually and with a small group of people. And many times I felt that I could have done more with my meditation practice. Yes, I could have. But I did feel the growth over time which meditation and practice of spiritual principles brings forth. The shared fellowship with other Unity members, the inspiration from our Unity ministers, and various kinds of service to others has meant a great deal to me on my journey. A number of times during services, now this is the feeling that goes with what I was talking about. During meditation or during communion with nature, I have felt a joyful, deeper connection with the God Spirit. Although difficult to describe, this experience has encouraged and led me to keep making progress toward my goals and purpose in life. I would describe it as a contented feeling of oneness, that I am a citizen of the spiritual universe and all is right with the world because God is in charge, even though I may not understand how. It's a privilege and honor to be able to serve others, to experience Spirit moving in my life and grounded in this church. Participation in Unity for many years has been a transformational experience for me, and I highly recommend it. And Barb, okay, thank you. Barbara's got a note.
Real quick. This is going to be real quick, I promise, Linda. I just want to point out that there are flyers out at the welcome desk. Cork is attempting to ride the Grapevine Vintage Railroad into Cowtown next Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 26th. What? Yeah, ride the railroad. But anyway, there are flyers out there. The website is on the flyer. You can go on and find out more information. I checked before I came to church today. There are still tickets available. So if you'd like to go, let me know also. I don't want to go if nobody's going, you know. That's all, though. Just pick one up on your way out.
Here's what's coming up at Center of Unity. Spirit groups are small, supportive groups designed to help you grow spiritually while building meaningful connections with others. This session, we're offering 3 spirit groups. 2 groups studying the May Sunday series book, What's in the Way is the Way, by Mary O'Malley, learning how to embrace life's challenges with trust and awareness. While the 3rd group will be following the Fillmore Wings study program, exploring Fillmore teachings through lessons from the original Unity Correspondence School. Sign up today from the COU website or app. Come travel with the Court Group on the Grapevine Vintage Railroad through the historic Cotton Belt route between Grapevine and the Fort Worth Stockyards on Saturday, April 26th. Tickets run from $26 for first class to $18 for economy class. They're already being sold online, so get yours now at grapevinetexasusa.com. See Barbara Luders for more details or to let her know you're coming. Join Norma Crawford and others online every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. for the Metaphysical Bible Interpretation class, where we refocus our attention on the good that God is making available to us now. Each class is self-contained, The Zoom ID is on the screen, or you can access it from the website or the COU app. There are multiple ways you can make a donation to Center of Unity. You can drop your donation off at the church, mail it to our P.O. Box, visit our website, or use the COU or Venmo app. Your continued support is greatly appreciated.
And I have just one more quick announcement just to let you know of, and there's some flyers around about this too, that on May 17th in the afternoon, it's a Saturday afternoon. It's a Saturday? Yes? Yes, Saturday afternoon. Jennifer Farmer, one of our community members, is going to be offering again her messages from the spirit world. She has that gift to be able to connect with people who are in another realm. So if that is of interest to you, tickets are on sale now. There's a special early bird pricing if you want to get in on that, and it's always an amazing experience. One where many people heal just by being in the presence. Even if you aren't really sure, you know, if that's your thing, a lot of people can awaken and heal from that experience. So just look for a flyer if you're interested.
All right, let's sing our kids in, Bob.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, well, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, look who we have here. The man of the hour. All right. See that? Okay, so the kids all learn different phases or parts of the Easter morning, so we'll let them tell you about it.
We made butterflies out of paper and colored them.
All right. All right. Okay.
Today we drawed on Easter eggs.
Why did you draw on the Easter eggs?
To make designs.
Stories about new life.
We read a book of a girl who took care of a goose.
Rashenka's eggs. So it's a Russian story.
So today we read a book about how this girl, she was really kind. She liked to design eggs and all these things. And one day a goose came up to her house. Its wing got hurt, and she took care of that goose. And then the more she took care of it, the more the goose gave miracles to her.
Today we talked about God being in our hearts and being love.
Today we watched a video about the origin of Easter.
Today we learned why they chose eggs for Easter.
Today we learned about the resurrection of God and the resurrection of a very magical, fluffy creature.
Okay, and so immediately after church, we meet out in the patio, and then we'll be having our Easter egg hunt, and they're divided up into groups. And if someone forgot their Easter basket, then we have some spares we can lend you.
All right, we're going to do this a little different today because it's Easter. Everybody stand up. If y'all remember going roller skating, you remember all skate, where everybody skated together? This is an all sing. Let's get started, guys.
this truth, buried underneath the lies that you believed, safe and sound, stuck in the ground, too lost to be found. You're just asleep, and it's time to leave. Come on and rise up, take a breath, you're alive now. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave of Lazarus? You're brand new, power of death can hold you. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave of Lazarus? Rise up, rise up, rise up, out of the grave like Lazarus. When he called your name, the thing that filled your veins was more than blood's the kind of one that washes death away. Now the door is open wide, and the stone's been rolled aside. The old is gone, the light has come, and come on and rise up. Take a breath, you're alive now. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out of the grave like Lazarus? You're brand new, power of death that holds you. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out of the grave like Lazarus? Rise up, rise up, rise up, out of the grave like Lazarus. He's calling us to walk out of the dark. He's giving us new resurrected hearts. Oh, he's calling us to walk out of the dark. He's giving us new resurrected hearts. So come on and rise up. Take a breath, you're alive now. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out of the grave like Lazarus? You're brand new, power of death couldn't hold you. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out of the grave like Lazarus? Rise up, rise up, rise up, out of the grave like Lazarus. Come on and rise up, rise up, rise up, out of the grave like Lazarus.
Happy Easter, everybody. Go out and spread some love out there this day and this week. Have a beautiful day.